Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video day, and today the Charlotte Hornets are signing Spencer Dinwiddie to a one-year deal. I love what the Hornets are doing this offseason. I think this is one of those teams that you look at and you say, all right, well, they're making moves. They're being aggressive in the Eastern Conference that is wide open. I look at them alongside the Atlanta Hawks and the Orlando Magic as three teams who've been trying to be very aggressive with teams like the Pacers, Celtics, and Bucks, who are, shorter than they were last season with all the guys they've lost. You look at the Celtics losing Luke Cornett and losing, Jason Tatum for the most likely the entire season and trading away Porzingis and Holiday. And then you look at the Pacers losing Miles Turner and Halliburton being out for the entire year. The Bucks losing Brook Lopez and getting rid of Dame. I know they've added in Turner, but I don't think Turner's as good as Brook Lopez and Damian Lillard. So those three teams in the Eastern Conference have got worse, and now you're seeing teams in the Eastern Conference try to make moves to jump up. And I think one of the teams of the three, I think, teams that are really being aggressive, the Atlanta Hawks, you saw it early in free agency. You've seen it through trades. They've done it. But I think the Charlotte Hornets as well. Very, very aggressive in the draft. I really loved what they did. You get Colin Knippel. They've really been big on adding three-point shooting if you really look at it. That is one thing I think they have really been looking at is three-point shooting. They add in Colin Knippel, 40% three-point shooter in college with Duke. Then Sion James, another guy I really like, 40% from three at college at Duke. Then Ryan Kalkbrenner, almost 35% from three in college last season with Creighton, and that's for a 7-footer to shoot, a 7-footer to shoot 35% from three, not bad. So that's what they did in the draft. Then you go to trades, free agency. Colin Sexton added in for Yusuf Nurkic. I know they got rid of Mark Williams, but he was barely healthy anyways. They've signed, in free agency, they've signed Spencer Dinwiddie and Mason Plumlee, and then they've also brought back Trey Mann. I look at this team right now, and I see a lot of guard talent all over the place. We know LaMelo Ball has had injury history. I think this is some of the best guard talent the Hornets have had in the past to back up LaMelo Ball. There's so many good guys that you could look at that could step up if LaMelo Ball goes down. You've got Colin Sexton. You've got, just at the point guard position, you've got Colin Sexton. You've got Spencer Dinwiddie now. You've got Sion James, who they just drafted, Trey Mann. And then you could look at even the two guard positions. And I'm wondering how all this guard talent's going to work with each other. At the two guard, you've got Josh Green, you've got Colin Knippel, you've got a couple other names you could mention. There are a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent for this team right now at the guard position, and I think one reason why they have it like that is because knowing there's injury history with LaMelo Ball. But I think this Hornets team is a team with the way that they have the pieces they've added in, the pieces they might still add in, that they're a team right now that I could look at and say, this team might be able to get into the play-in or playoffs with all these teams being so bad. If they can stay healthy with the squad they have, LaMelo, Sexton, Brandon Miller, Bridges, Colin Knippel, the group they have, if they can stay healthy, this will be a team that can make it into the play-in for sure. They haven't done since LaMelo Ball's rookie year in the 2020-21 season. But I like this addition, bringing in Dinwiddie, who averaged 11 points per game and over 4 assists per game last season. 10.5 points per game the season before that. So I'm a fan of this signing for the Hornets. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and peace out.